Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel on the art of alopecia. For those who don't know me, my name is Marcy and why am I always out of breath when I do this intro? Anyways, for those who don't know me, my name is Marcy and I have an autoimmune condition called alopecia universalis. Basically what that means is my immune system mistakenly attacks my hair follicles, and that is why I am completely bald and balding throughout my body. And on this YouTube channel, we basically just do wig reviews. But I have done some tips, tricks, tutorials, Q&As in the past. So if you were interested in checking those out, then just scroll through my channel. Got lots of fun stuff on there. I'm also very active on 2 other social media platforms. I have my Instagram and my TikTok, so be sure to follow me there. I try and post different content on all 3 platforms just to spice things up a little bit. But anyways, that is it for my intro. Let's get into the actual reason why you clicked on this video. Alrighty, let's get started. I am back in my review corner. I think this is from now on where I'm gonna film my reviews. I just think it's great lighting. I wish the background could be a little bit more. Unfortunately, this is the guest bedroom. I like to call it my wig room. But unfortunately I still live with my parents and we need a guest bedroom. This used to be my sister's room, and then it was my brother's room, and now it's the guest bedroom. So, but also my wig room. Don't forget about it. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, it's my wig room. So I hope you guys are all doing well and thriving in life. For today's video, I'm super duper excited to be doing another wig review by Uniwigs. Oh my goodness, I've been kind of on this continuous train of reviewing Uniwigs' products. I've done a lot this year. I'm super blessed and fortunate to do because I really do admire what Uniwigs stands for, and kind of just the accessibility of getting a wig. I think that is one thing that I love about them, is they really do work with people who are under a budget. I mean, we're all under kind of a budget, but they do offer budget-friendly human hair wigs that are under $1,000, and usually for a good quality kind of human hair wig, lace front. It usually starts around $1,500, I would say. That's probably the approximate, but Uniwigs has so many options. Anyways, they have a huge selection. Would highly recommend checking them out. I have reviewed so many of their human hair wigs and also so many of their synthetic wigs. So if you're interested in learning more about Uniwigs and all of the wigs that they offer, feel free to watch my YouTube videos, but also you will probably learn most on their website. But for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing their Perfection unit. This has been a wig that I've had my eye on probably since I started partnering with Uniwigs. So I'm very excited. If you're interested in learning more about Perfection, then keep watching. Alrighty, so for those who have been following me for a while probably know that at this point of the video, I like to do a little bit of an unboxing with you guys to kind of review the packaging and stuff like that. But I did do a full unboxing video on my TikTok and my Reels that I will hopefully post here or on this side of me, just to give you guys a sneak peek. But I will link my Instagram down below, or my TikTok too, both of them, so you can give that a watch. But basically nothing too special. I really love Uniwigs' box because they are just pleasant to the eye. They are very minimalistic, very pretty, sturdy as well, and it also has a magnetic opening, which I love. It's great for security. And inside the box, just a wig grip and some really beautiful tissue paper. Nothing much to say, but I also love whenever I open a box by Uniwigs because it says love is in the hair. That's really cute. And they are currently celebrating it says right here, their 10-year anniversary, or they did last year, and it's still in the box. So happy 10-year anniversary, Uniwigs, even though it's very late. I think for now, that's all I'm gonna really discuss in terms of the box. I have reviewed so many of Uniwigs' boxes and wigs, and I'm also always super impressed. This is just a great box. Uniwigs, great job. So let's get into the actual review component. Well, I don't usually start with the review component, I start with the specs. But introducing Miss Perfection. Oh my goodness. She is the most gorgeous, dark chocolate brown ever. Oh my goodness. Her roots are really quite dark, a little bit darker than I was kind of expecting. But honestly, I'm here for it. I'm here for a dark root. I can make it work. That is, honestly, changing my hair color is kind of a superpower, so. Alrighty, so let's get into the specs. So as I said, this is Miss Perfection. Her hair texture is straight. She is a brunette balayage Remy human hair lace front. So Remy is the kind of human hair that it is made out of. It comes in 3 different lengths. I believe it's 16, 18, and 20. I want to say this is either the 16 or the 18. I definitely don't think that this is 20 inches in length. It also comes in 2 different cap sizes, the 21 inch and the 22 inch. I believe this is the 21 inch because it actually fits my head pretty great, pretty perfectly. And for all my small headed babes out there, just know that the 21 inch in the Uniwig size chart fits my head, so it might very well fit your head. But the way that you measure your head, super easy. You get a flexible measuring tape and you just measure the hair circumference, you measure the circumference of your head where your hairline would normally sit. So what I usually say is 4 fingers above the brow, and that's usually where your hairline would be. And then you just measure all the way to the back. And then if it comes in inches or if it comes in centimeters, then usually a lot of the sizing charts are in inches, so just convert that to whatever it is. It is a lace top, but it also comes in a silk top. So I love the ability to choose between lace and silk. I think that's great that Uniwigs is doing that. In terms of the cap construction, so I said she is a lace top from ear to ear. They don't have any ear tabs, so you will have to cut in your own ear tabs. It is a machine wefted back with combs at the back nape and combs on the sides as well. And then you also have some adjustment straps at the back. I believe she is 130% in density. She seems very, very light. It's awesome. So let's throw her on. So as I said, I have not cut in the ear tabs. So I'm just gonna show you what it looks like prior to cutting that in. So I'm just going to throw her on. Actually, I'm gonna adjust her accordingly just so that she's a little bit more snug on my head. Ready, I have adjusted it. Let's throw it on. Glasses are always an issue. I should always put my glasses on after I put on a wig. All right, it is on, friends. Oh my goodness, she is so, so gorgeous. She did come pre-styled. She did come with these gorgeous, gorgeous waves. I did have to kind of tweak a few of the waves just because it spent a few days or maybe even a week being delivered across the world. So I did have to tweak a few of the curls, but just know that it does usually come pre-styled. So here she is. This is Miss Perfection. She's so gorgeous. A little bit of a side profile. As I said, she fits my head really, really well. Usually for cap constructions, there's a little bit of excess material at the back that I can kind of feel, but I can't necessarily identify any, if maybe just like an inch too big, but honestly, like not that much. Like it's still very much realistic and natural, and there isn't like a big chunk at the back that's sticking out. So for the most part, she's pretty awesome. I'm gonna take off my glasses. Alrighty, let me show you guys the hairline and also the part, give you guys an up close. So I just do want to preface by saying that Uniwigs do not bleach their knots. So these knots aren't bleached, but if there is someone within your local area that you do trust to bleach your knots, then know that that is always a possibility. These knots are pretty dark for my complexion. So if I were to keep this wig, then I would probably end up bleaching the knots. So here we go. So obviously remembering that we do need to cut in the ear tabs, but if I did, this is what it would look like. And the other side, don't mind, I have a little bit of perioral dermatitis going on, so don't worry about the kinks. This is the second side. And you can change the part wherever you want, which is really, really great. The lace kind of covers a good chunk of the cap construction, so feel free to have fun with your part. And also Uniwigs, it doesn't really come with usually any layers. I mean, I guess it really depends on the wig, but I don't think there's any pre-cut layers in this. Maybe like a few natural ones, but that is something that I would recommend doing if you wanted to make things a little bit more natural. Usually for like longer wigs, it's best if you just cut in some face forming layers at the front, just because usually the hair that grows out of your head, it's not always one length. There's usually some layers to it. I would also recommend adding in some baby hairs throughout the hairline. I think there's already some that are slightly there, but I would even go past the amount that's already on here. Just because if you're wanting to do like any kind of like half up, half down, like you just want to kind of disguise those knots, especially if you're not planning on bleaching them. So just a little tip and trick. In terms of what you can and can't do with this wig, so you can't necessarily put it into a high pony. I say this in a lot of the wigs that I review, just because it does have a back nape. If you do want to do that like sleek high pony, you will need full lace wig, which means that you have to glue it from front to back, and I call myself a lazy alopecian. This is a term that I use often, and it basically means my favorite kinds of wigs in this world is something that I can just easily throw on and out the door I go, and this is one of those examples because I could be rushing, and then I just quickly throw on this wig and then out the door I go. It looks absolutely stunning already, and I just had to throw it on. You do have a lot of flexibility in terms of the lace, so you can do like some French braids going down, you can do like a half up, half down, you can do a mid to low pony, just kind of pulling down the back nape. So there is a lot you can do with it, and as I said, it is human hair, so you can have fun with it. You can curl it, you can straighten it, you can crimp it, you can put hot rollers in it. You can also have some fun with the coloring. I don't know why you would want to touch the color because it's really, really stunning just the way that it is, but just know that you can, I believe you can go darker. You might have some issues going lighter with Remy hair. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a colorist. I think that's what they say usually. I know with virgin hair, you can go any which way, but I think like processed or Remy hair, I think there are different rules. So obviously if you are planning on doing any dye jobs, then make sure that someone who is very knowledgeable in the subject is doing it. So someone that you trust. She is so gorgeous. And as I always say in all of my videos, I don't know where Uniwigs is sourcing their hair from, but it is so silky smooth. Like it literally feels like butter. And there isn't a whole lot of shedding, which is really, really great. It's very light. For the most part, it's a pretty basic cap construction. So for me personally, I think it's pretty easily worn by most people. I don't think a lot of people would get any kind of irritation towards it, but it is, as I said, super duper light. The hair is also light. I feel like the cap construction is very breathable as well. Obviously we're in winter, so I can't necessarily test it in the heat, but since lace does cover a good chunk of the wig, lace is always the way to go in the summer heat as well. So this wig is just, she's so gorgeous. I think that is basically it for my review. I think that's all of the points that I wanted to touch on. Again, Uniwigs, they offer really great quality wigs for an affordable price. So I believe this one is also under $1,000, which is great for a human hair lace top wig. I have a discount code for you guys. So be sure to use my code down below to save yourself some money, because who doesn't like saving money? But yeah, that is really it. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. I will link a few of my Uniwigs reviews down below if you wanted to check those out. I will also link all of my social media platforms, and I also have an email which I forgot to mention. It is theartofalopecia@gmail.com. So if you don't feel comfortable necessarily reaching out to me via social media, then you can always email me any questions, or if you're in need of support, I would love to hear from you. But as I said, this is Miss Perfection. Uniwigs has a series of so many beautiful wigs, from synthetics to human hairs to toppers to even like bald spot, like cover up hairs. It's kind of like a sticker. It's so cool. So I would highly recommend checking out all of their products. They're super amazing. But that is it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time on The Art of Alopecia. Bye, guys.